This place is pretty nice. Not bad.
Actually, this place is kind of cheap. My ex took me to way nicer places when he wasn't sleeping around all the time.
Oh, okay. Water? Is that all you're going to order today?
Don't judge me. I had a rough childhood. But this date's going pretty good, though, eh? Actually, this is pretty boring. Why are we here so early? What time is it? Is it noon yet?
Oh, it's noon. And I have to go to the bathroom, and I hope there's a window in there.
Okay, see you in a bit.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for staying up till pom-pom.
Noon, N-O-O-N. You were dating a cheerleader for some reason.
Yeah!
An white-haired Elsa princess cheerleader.
With a beard.
Yes. You're not supposed to see that.
Oh.
I wasn't shaving just for this episode. I don't care.
Wow, that was a interesting...
You're so cheap, you just give me water.
That's just how I roll.
You're probably roofing my drink.
Oh, yeah. I'm roofing mine, too. It's the only way I could date a person that looks like you.
As you guys can see from this awesome intro, today we are going to be talking about Dumb First Date Moves, Women Edition!
Yes, dumb first date moves that women tend to make. I mean, our last episode was revolved around what men do on a first date and the errors that they make.
This one will be much more fun. I was going to say funner, but that's not a word.
That's a word for our Up Till Noon fans.
And I can't drink.
So, yeah, this one's going to be a little interesting. I guess we're kind of biased in this, so
we'll have some fun with it, just like we did the last episode.
Exactly. So I'll start it off here. Typical first date error that women make is they're angling for a 5-star meal. Angling for a 5-star meal is don't do that. Don't. I know personally women who won't even go out with a guy at all unless they drop a whole paycheck on them. Like, that's just unfortunate. And of course, if you ask them, well, why are you doing that? Well, it's because I'm worth it. Like that's perfectly fine if you think you should have value in yourself and all that stuff. But it also just comes off as gold digging a little bit. So
again, you'll have, just like last episode, you're a little more fresh in the dating market than I am. So
yeah, like I would never do that. I mean, I'll take her somewhere nice, but I'm not going to spend like a whole check on her. And plus, if you do that, you're also kind of putting a value right off the bat on the date. And unfortunately, you're kind of putting a price tag on yourself at that point. And the guy might think he might get something that night. So,
yeah, I
mean, unless you are wanting to do something for him for a good meal, then you're going to be coming off across that way. So, yeah, not a good idea.
And when you go out, don't dress up too much or down too much.
Yeah.
I mean, showing up in your sweat clothes and for a fancy dinner and saying you don't care what your date thinks about how you look is a little bit, I know you're giving the wrong message there.
Yeah.
But, wearing a cocktail dress when you meet him at the corner burger joint, it's going to confuse him even more.
Yeah.
Like, ask where you're going to meet, and if you're uncertain about the ambience, ask how dressy the place is. If you don't like asking questions, make it in a statement. Like, say, I'm going to be going pretty casual. Is that okay?
And that's perfectly fine. Like, I mean, I'm the same way.
I've seen it so many times.
Yeah.
Sir. I've seen it so many times. Guys are out, like you said, like a burger joint's a really good example. And you hear click, click, clack, like heels come around the corner.
Yeah.
Or there's this one park that I used to live nearby, and people would gather in their cars and just chit chat and everything and show off their cars, and there's women walking around in their heels and like mini skirts.
I was gonna say, because I've been on a first date, and it was the only date with a girl who dressed like way too dressed to the nines. Basically, she looked really nice, and I was just like, just was wearing like a band T-shirt and jeans and like, and like shoes, and she looked way too like fancy. I was like, we're just gonna go grab a burger. And I told her that, and she knew that, but she was just like that type of person who wanted to look nice for not only for me but for everybody. It's kind of weird. So I'll take it to the next one here. Don't give the third degree. I mean, this is a big mistake, and I've had this done on the same date that I was just speaking about, this girl just went on. It was like the worst first date I've ever had. But yeah, don't talk about don't ask how much we make. Like that's a big no. Don't talk about kids. Don't talk about marriage. Like have you been married before? Well, like that's kind of like weird on a first date to ask.
Or if you got the worst one, if you got married, how would it be? Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally.
I don't know. After I just met you.
Yeah. Then don't ask him if he wants to go to your friend's wedding or social. Like that's just kind of like too soon for a first date. So I mean, don't do it. That just totally makes it weird. I mean, I remember my worst first date. I
like asking those questions.
Well, yeah, of course, girls love asking because they want to know. Like, just don't do it. I just remember the worst first date I ever had. She just went right into marriage. It was so fucking weird, man. And it was like, don't do it.
That ties in. I was just going to say that ties into this next one because sharing your desire for marriage and children.
Yeah.
I mean, don't talk about marriage and children on your first date. It's just stupid. If you want to scare a guy away, then that's the one way to do it.
Exactly. Yeah, we can't reiterate that one enough. Like that's the worst thing you can do on the first date.
That's stuff that comes out when you know that you're in a relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
And, it's just
like if you have to ask yourself, is it a good time to talk about this? It's probably not a good time to talk about it. You'll know when it's the right time to talk about it. That's the thing. Another thing you should never do is don't blab about your exes.
We love hearing that. Exes are the greatest thing.
Yeah, we love hearing about your exes. We love hearing about anyways.
Especially when I hear about how muscular he is and everything and how much more money he makes than us.
And it just falls into so many pretenses. Like if I order a steak or something like that and the girl says, "Oh wow, like my ex would never order a steak like that," I'd be like, "Okay, thanks." Like, there's no compliment in that at all.
Or like, hey, do you like my car that I put a lot of money and a lot of work into? Yeah, it's okay. My ex had a blah blah blah.
Yeah,
exactly. My car look like a pile of
yeah, exactly. So like we don't want to go out to a dinner we want to go to get to know you. Like we want to know what your thoughts are on, and not about your loser boyfriend or ex-boyfriend, right?
And we want to pick you up in a 1982 K car.
Yeah, that Sunfire, right?
That stinks and stinks inside.
And of course, the more you talk about him, the more we're going to think that we're the rebound. And I mean, if we're out on a date with you, I mean, more than likely we're not wanting for a rebound, or maybe we are, but you'll know it. Like
at least the K car has a big back seat.
And of course, if you trash the dude too much, we're probably going to start taking his side. Yeah, like that's the thing. Yeah. If you start trashing him so much, we're going to be like, this guy can't be that bad. Like seriously, he sounds pretty terrible, but there's no way he's this bad. And
or it goes the opposite way. It's like my ex was this, and then you think, well, why aren't you with him then?
Yeah,
like, why are you talking about him so much?
Why you bring up so much? Like so don't just leave the whole ex out.
Shut up about it.
Yeah, right? Shut up about it.
Shut up about it. And when you're out on that date, another bad one, kind of gives the wrong message, is if you don't eat anything.
Yeah, totally. Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm joking here.
What are you eating there? Water?
So if you don't eat anything, and we're sitting here, we take you out to a nice place and we order a whole bunch of nice food, and now we're sitting here eating. It makes us feel like slobs.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely.
Like we're plowing through our steaks, and you're picking through like a mixed green salad, like trying to give us. I mean, unless that's how you eat, unless that's legitimately how you eat, you're a vegetarian or whatever. But I mean, those are kind of things that you're probably going to tell the guy. You're not going to be out at having a steak dinner, and then suddenly you're picking through like a few greens. Like you're going to say, well, actually I'm a vegetarian, so you're going to go somewhere appropriate.
Yeah.
So, like I said, plus they say if you want to know how a person will be in bed, watch the way that they eat.
Totally, absolutely, for sure.
If you show if you show no signs of enjoying your sinful indulgence at the dinner table, it doesn't exactly get a guy's heart racing to imagine what's to come in a few dates from now.
Absolutely. Yeah, I couldn't agree with that one more. That one's probably like the one thing that bothers me the most. I don't care if you talk about your exes or anything like that. It actually doesn't really bother me too much, but this one is the worst. If I go out, I want to eat. I want to make sure I'm eating. I eat a lot, like, to begin with. So, like, if the girl orders a salad, I'm like, crap, like, great. I guess I'm going to order, like, a slice of cheese, because I can't eat and feel like a slob. So, and plus, like, I mean, my girlfriend right now, she matches me. I don't know how, but she matches the thing we eat, and we have fun with it. We go out and we have good foods, and we enjoy ourselves, and that's a really important part of the relationship.
on the flip side, you're not going to go there and say, "Give me like the worst meal ever," and just be like putting your face in it like it's a fucking pie eating contest.
Exactly. Like,
but at the same time, you're not going to be like, oh, and plucking at like a one string bean or something.
And another thing is, if you order something big and you are concerned, I know some girls have these kind of they're self-conscious about what they eat and all that stuff. If you order something big and you don't need to eat it all, like you can get it to go, or you can just like get it in a doggy bag or whatever, and then throw it in your fridge. Like you don't need to. You're overthinking it by not ordering a big meal.
Yeah.
So we'll take it to the next one here. Using us as a therapist. Like this one is the worst because we don't want to talk about your unresolved issues when you were a child, right? Like it's just with your family and what they've done and what they could have done better for you to grow up a more to be a more successful woman. It's just not good.
That's for the boyfriend to help you out with.
Yeah. Don't talk about that
in the future.
In the first 30 minutes of your date, because that'll be weird. Unless he's a therapist, then of course go for it. But he's more than likely not going to be a therapist.
Oh, I can't spell therapist.
So of course you don't want to do that because then we're going to think you're a drag and that it wasn't fun. And we want to have fun on a first date. So don't.
And this one is probably because again I've been out of the dating market for a long time, but back when I was, this one just drove me nuts. Is acting flirty, acting flirty with other guys at the bar, or even with your friends, with your friends.
Yeah,
like first dates are about having fun, but not in that way.
Yeah, totally.
Like there's a fine line between being outgoing and being on the prowl for anything that moves, or especially going back to the whole bar thing. And like, there's so many girls that I used to know like this, and maybe even you still know something like that.
Well, yeah.
That go to the bar, and they act like they're your prize.
Oh, yeah.
And that they're going to make you defend your prize.
Yeah.
When you don't want to.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I want to go to the bar and have fun, and there's the girl walking around and she's purposely rubbing up against some guy at the bar and giving him the wrong signals and everything. And then when he does say something, and you're like, "Oh, F off, I have a boyfriend," or whatever, then you're expected that you have to stand up for her.
Yeah. It's like, this is our first date. Why are you doing this? Like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah, I don't want to get killed for you.
I used to work at a bar, and I've seen that happen a million times. So they came in with the same person, and then by the end of the night, I've seen that girl make out with 4 different guys, and the guy's pissed because he's watching his date.
Well, again, even if it doesn't even go that far, it's just like. You go to the bar, you're thinking that you're going to have fun, and like every second guy's like, "Hey, Tiffany," or whatever your name is. "Hey, Tiffany." You obviously know all these guys. That's great.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're still flirting with them, and
gives the wrong impression.
And rant. Hey, let's just get on with it.
And our last one here, not having an opinion. So like. How's it look?
Yeah. No, it's going to disappear with our special effects.
Yeah. So not having an opinion is pretty bad. Would you like to go for a movie or drinks? I don't know. Or it's up to you.
Yeah.
Or like, hey, do you like Chinese food? Oh, whatever you want to eat. Like, come on, just like have a little bit of an opinion in the matter, because we want to get to know what your likes and dislikes are. That is the major goal of a first date, is finding if you're compatible with one another.
You don't cave in and do everything that this person's doing, even if you don't enjoy it, but you tell us.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't go, "Oh, I don't know," or "I don't know." You just say, "That's not something I do." Or
I get it. Like, you're trying to be polite, which is perfectly fine. It's nice. It's nice to be nice, right? But it's like, drop the polite act for when it comes to like finding out what you like and dislike. Like, we're not gonna be like Dick Tracy and like dig into your life or anything like that. We're not gonna go that far, but we do want to know what you like. And the last thing we want you is to order the nice spaghetti special to find out that you are allergic to garlic and red wine. It's just like, it's bad. Just, have an opinion and be honest about what you like and don't like. With that being said, women, let us know down below what you think of the episode and what we said in it. Maybe you've got some tips, or maybe you disagree with some of the things we said.
Yep.
Although I can't see any women disagreeing. This is coming from a standpoint of a man. Like, we've been on dates before, and this has happened. So, but let us know. We'd like to hear what you think, and just let us know what your thoughts on that stuff.
And please, Likeshare. I had to do that. That was awful. I'm going to leave now.
And if you can't spell, that's like and share.
I'll just get out of the shot.
And don't forget to subscribe. Subscription is really important to us. That way you can see all of our videos Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. noon.
www.uptillnoon.com. It's got all of our social media links, quick links, pictures of our merch. Awesomeness.
Merch. We've got merch, we've got mugs, and we've got shirts. They're all on sale. You can check them out on our Facebook as well, but they're also on our site. You can see the pictures. If you are interested in getting them, you can contact us at uptillnoon.com, and as well, we do have the pricing on our website.
Sweet.
And as always, guys,
thanks for staying up till noon. Hey everyone, wasn't that a great episode? Click above me to see our previous video.
If you're binge watching and want to check out the next one, click right up here.
Check us out on all social media's finest platforms such as Facebook,
Twitter,
Instagram,
our Google Plus, and our Snapchat username is uptillnoon.
Visit our website above.
uptillnoon.com.
We'll take you to where you want to go for all our social media links.
Yeah!